feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Like, he's expanded that idea. By the way, somebody I see a lot of people say that I should watch my man What's the Dirt. He did a breakdown and I'll react to it. He says, why Drake's...
All right, God.
He said, why Drake's Mob Ties leak is actually a huge deal. Let's check this out. It's my guy, What's the Dirt right here.
So I had to take a very quick detour for this one, but don't worry, I'm logging some big time hours and all the other breakdowns are coming. I'm taking my time, no rush, but 616 in LA is coming up. And I'm cooking. Now, as everyone knows, after the Meek Mill beef, Drake was exposed and has been tagged with the ghostwriter label ever since. First, we heard the Rico track.
The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge.
The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge.
Then it was 10 bands.
I could tell you about them safe house nights out in Calabasas.
I could tell you about them safe house nights out in Calabasas.
And just so you guys know, this is not a history of all the reference tracks that we heard over the years, because there's been more. That could be a whole other video in itself, really. And if you'd like that, leave it in the comment section. And as a Drake fan myself, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone that was as disappointed as I was. When it first happened, I was like, no, this is unacceptable. You can't have someone writing your bars. Like, imagine if Rakim did this. Like, this is unacceptable.
Okay, so they gave you 30 grand and they got 6 Drake songs out of it?
And everything else that I did after the Drake shit.
However, over the years, many fans have given Drake a pass, claiming that he's not really rapping on these tracks, so it didn't really matter. As time went by, those old reference tracks seemed to lose impact, and while Drake could never escape the ghostwriter label, he seemed to somewhat navigate around it by dropping hit after hit. It was after these leaks where Drake seemed to really tighten things up in his camp, as we never heard a reference track of any significance after. That was until this beef happened. From the moment that Kendrick dropped the Like That record, all those old ghostwriter allegations moved to the front of the stage. Fans started to debate on who could win this thing, and one of the most common things that we heard is that Drake has writers. And it didn't take long for some of Drake's ops to do the exact same thing.
Ghostwriters, they get the floss what you could have had. Guess who wrote this? You would never guess who wrote this.
A lot of fans ate this narrative up and absolutely loved it, while the people of Team...
It's funny that people keep talking about SICKO MODE. From my knowledge, Drake wrote SICKO MODE his verse. From what I've heard about SICKO MODE is that Sci-Hi the Prince did some writing on SICKO MODE, and Sci-Hi the Prince wrote Travis's part, right? Like if you go to SICKO MODE lyrics, if you go here, I'll tell you where. I forgot where they said he wrote. There was actually even a leak of a reference. Sci-Hi the Prince SICKO MODE. Apparently he wrote Travis's part. Let's see if we can find. I'm trying to figure out where he. Did we ever hear the reference track for it? Let's see.
Another god, I'm a god or something. I didn't give it to him. He took it, really. He just sent Universal, Wolf of Wall Street deal, bro, yada yada, in and get a piece of this whatever song. So I just said, man, fuck it, bro. I can't hold it up. I ain't got no money. I can't hold it up. Man, let this nigga get this shit. But I knew I didn't want to let him get this shit. But everybody was advising me, man, just go on and do it, bro. Just go on and do it, bro. We can't miss this Motorola deal. We can't miss this Wolf of Wall Street deal, bro. Yada, 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 all this sucker ass shit. Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, man, this nigga on some lame ass shit, bro. This nigga he was just a thorn in my side, right? So I end up giving it to him, right? Boom. I didn't give it to him. He took it, really. He just sent Universal. So during this time, I'm trying to, after that, I end up trying to get my percentages back and shit, right? All these lawyers I'm hiring, they can't get my percentages back from Universal. They can't get my percentages back from Universal. Can't nobody get my percentages back, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Can't nobody get my percentages back. Man, I go online and Google, what's the phone number to Universal Publishing? I motherfucking call Universal Publishing for 5 days straight, bruh. 5 days straight, from Monday to Friday. Now they sending me around to all these different motherfuckers and all this different goof ass shit. They sending me around to all these motherfuckers, bruh. So, once I'm thinking like, okay, I'm getting closer and closer. Shout out to Ethiopia. If y'all just seen the Lil Baby documentary, one thing I gotta say, we need more QCs in the world. We need more. I'm the big motherfucker over here, whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, but your company called my company and said I owed y'all yada yada X amount of dollars. I read my contract myself. I had 3 lawyers try to get me out of this deal. None of the lawyers could get me out of the deal. I'm paying 3 lawyers. None of them could get me out of the deal. So I called the motherfucker myself and I say, hey man, I read my contract. It ain't this, it ain't that. The nigga don't deserve that. The nigga don't woo-woo. They said, well, we already collected the money, but we can give you your percentages back, but we can't give you your money. Universal Publishing, yes. Universal Publishing said they can give me my percentages back, but they couldn't give me this is my plight. I'm giving y'all my life. Y'all want the story of EGOT? This is the story of EGOT, my nigga. So I'm coming the whole time. Okay, boom. I end up getting my percentages back. Cool, boom. I end up, like I said, I wrote Sicko Mode, and Sicko Mode ended up doing well for me. And my publishing group ended up giving me another situation. They like, man, we sorry. Here goes some money. We knew you was special. All this cap ass shit, bro. BMG ain't did nothing, but hey, they collect your money. Cool. They believed in me first, so I give them that. I ain't gonna even throw them under the bus. They believed in me. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So after that, I just started feeling like my guy wasn't. Now I don't know about the Drake and Ye beat. That was like, you know, that was their thing. I wasn't gonna get into that. You know what I mean? That's above my pay grade. But it started like kind of tricky. It kind of started, I felt my guy kind of not feeling me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, that kind of fucked up. Now I'm looking at Trav like, Trav, why would you let the nigga do that on the song? But I get Trav like.
Oh, okay. So he clearly wrote for Trav, right? So I guess he's looking at Travis Scott to say, yo, Travis, why did you let Drake violate Kanye knowing that I wrote this shit for you? Why are you going to let Drake get on the song and violate Kanye? Okay, now I get it.
This Drake is an artist. He going to express himself. He going to express himself how he express himself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right. But you know that's like our guy, bro. This nigga like provided an opportunity for us. You know what I mean? You can't just let a nigga diss our buddy. You know what I mean? It's our buddy. Now it's like I gotta take up for some shit Trav did, and I'm taking the backlash from it. So when y'all hear my buddy Ye say, you know what I'm saying, you know, Saha said Sicko Mode was the biggest song he ever wrote, but Donda was the best ghostwriter I ever had. It's like, it was a bar. I mean, let me tell y'all something. Donda was special. I mean, she has some quotes and some shit. Rest in peace, mama, but.
Okay. All right, we're back to this. So basically, Drake didn't get Sicko Mode written for him. That was Travis's part, right?
OVO continued to brush it off. The Quentin Miller reference tracks was now a distant memory, and it appeared that people wanted more concrete evidence. And even Future, another one of Drake's ops, did the exact same thing. It was on this track that Future alluded to helping Drake with his hook on Feel No Ways, which triggered fans to find out that he had already been credited. And
wait, what? What Future song was that?
Of Up and absolutely loved it, while the people of Team did the exact same thing.
Future Feel Away. What song was that? It's on the album, but what's the name of the song? I know, but what Future song? What's the name of the Future song? Oh, it's called This Sunday? Future This Sunday. Let's see. Oh, and this was on We Don't Trust You. We Still Don't Trust You. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Let's see. Feel. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, the hook was feel away. Know a nigga feel away. Told my niggas sip away, pour it up, sip away. Oh. Oh, so maybe Drake, maybe Future wrote that. Told him when I came, I'm gonna come through, flashing through the city, brand new G-Wagon, she didn't find out, blah, blah, blah. Here you go, Pluto. Da, da. I'm trying to see if there's any more distance to Drake. Okay. Fuck. Okay. All right.
So feel away.
It was on this track that Future alluded to helping Drake with his hook on Feel No Ways, which triggered fans to find out that he had already been credited. And then it was Metro Boomin who exposed Jumbotron.
Looking in the mirror, kiss my face, I'm too conceited.
Look in the mirror, kiss my face, I'm too conceited.
The leak took the internet by storm and really fed into the ongoing ghostwriter claims, as Drake had just dropped his Push-Ups track, and many took this leak as even more evidence that he's getting some help. On the other hand, many fans looked at the style of this song. Again, Drake is not really rapping, so they just gave it another pass. And I gotta be honest, I was one of those fans. I didn't care at all about this Lil Yachty record. However, at this point, the beef had shifted into high gear and Mr. Kendrick Lamar started fanning the flames. First, we got Euphoria.
Ain't 20v1, this 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you.
And then we got Meet the Grams.
You lied about your ghostwriters.
And any of the people that hated Drake, they loved this. They ate this up. However, fans brushed it off as they felt those reference tracks weren't enough. They needed something else. Something that was bigger. Something where Drake is fired up. Something where Drake had an actual message. And that is exactly what just happened. A leaked reference track by an artist named Vori hit the internet last night, and he is performing Drake's hit record Mob Ties, and this could very well be the bullet that sinks the ship.
Louis bags in exchange for body bags,
Louis bags in exchange for body bags, yeah.
Now, we're already seeing the excuses as people are claiming.
Yeah, as I said, it's not necessarily the lyrics. It's like the feeling, the motive, the sentiment, the back to the wall reaction in creating that song. Yeah, that's the disappointment. Yeah.
That Drake's not really rapping, and they're quick to point out that Vori is listed in the song credits. For me personally, this is where I draw the line, and I'm going to explain why. First off, mentioning this guy in the song credits is not a good indicator of what took place here. This track is clearly Vori's record. Rapping is not the issue though, it's the theme of the record, the subject matter, the concept of the record. That's what matters. It was in this moment where Drake was fresh off his loss from Pusha T, and the beef between himself, Pusha, and Kanye was very much alive. The Mob Ties record is literally Drake retaliating to that beef. To demonstrate why this matters so much, all we gotta do is look at what Vori wrote. So this entire thing was perceived as being directed at Pusha and Kanye. Everyone thought this was the case. Yeah, but that doesn't prove anything, because maybe Vori already had that record from before, and it just worked for Drake's situation. Sorry, no. Vori references Drake's mob ties with Jay Prince and sends out some threats to Kanye and...
Yeah, you know, even if as a fan of Drake, you want to be like, yo, no, this was completely coincidental. The beef with Pusha T and Drake ended abruptly because Jay Prince allegedly stepped in and said, yo, you can't put this record out, bro. Like, you talking too crazy on it. Just stop responding, right? So it makes sense in the next album. I fuck with a mob and I got ties, you know?
Pusha, yeah, but that's a reach because we don't know for sure that he wrote that record about Kanye. Or do we? 1 month after the record dropped, Kanye expressed that he was afraid for his life because Drake had sent him purple demon emojis.
I wasn't on it, so now I'm mad at you, so now I'm sending, you know, purple demon emoji. I had that, what does this purple demon emoji mean? Right. And then when I found out what it meant, I started thinking about my family.
Right.
Because I don't play like that.
And coincidentally enough, Drake dropped a t-shirt 3 months after the song came out with the words mob ties, and it includes the purple demon emoji. You see where I'm going with this, right? Now, please do yourself a favor and think about this. The song is called Mob Ties, which is in relation to Drake's relationship with the Prince family. Yeah, but I never heard the Mob Ties thing until like after the record. So Drake inspired that slogan, right? Right? Jazz Prince has been using the slogan Mob Ties in relation to Drake for a very long time. Here he is with Drake back in 2015, where he uses it as a hashtag. And here he is 11 months before the Mob Ties track even came out, using the hashtag again. So again, Vori is writing for Drake in reference to Kanye, as he was trying to patch things up with Drake after the Pusha T beef. Kanye literally took to Twitter just 1 month before the Mob Ties record.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking, because again, you know, we don't want to think that, like, you don't want to think that, say when Drake is in an issue or whatever, niggas is writing as him, right? You want to think maybe he just hears a hot song and he's using that hot song. But then, remember I was using the Quentin Miller thing. I'm like, maybe when he was like, he's running through the 6 with his woes, he's talking about running through, what do you call it again? He's talking about running through Zone 6, right? But then when you look at this, even Mob Ties is like, I was Googling, I was like, Vori, Mob Ties is J Prince Jr. thing. And I don't think, like, I wouldn't randomly rap about Mob Ties unless I'm locked in with J Prince Jr. And I don't think I've ever seen J Prince talk about Vori or Vori talk about J Prince. So maybe he did just. Let's see, I've been looking. Vori and that's J Prince Sr. Maybe, yeah, Vori did perform it like it was his song, but look, maybe Vori just wrote this for Drake in that moment, right?
Released and apologized to Drake, saying the following: I love you and I love Pusha. We all have an admiration for each other's craft. I'll be coming to your show within the next 7 days to give love and be inspired by the art that you've created. I'm your brother shit. Like, Vori clearly wrote that for Drake towards Kanye. That's what makes this thing even more fucking nuts. So again, this is not an issue with respect to Drake rapping. This is not an issue with respect to Vori being credited on the song. This is an issue when it comes to using another artist to respond to your opponent. Vori literally tailored this response to match Drake's situation. For someone who is supposed to have this red button lethal diss and I wrote the push-ups track in 1 hour, I find it really fucking strange that you're using Vori's help for something like this. Looking back to when the Quentin Miller incident happened, Drake spoke on the allegations saying, I need sometimes individuals to spark an idea so that I can take off running. I don't mind that. And those recordings, they are what they are, and you can use your own judgment on what they mean to you. Now, with respect to sparking,
I think that was a fair description.
An idea, Future was credited as helping Drake with his Feel No Ways track, and we heard the reference track of just how much help Drake got. And that is what I'd expect from a writer's credit. Something like this. You know, you sparked an idea and Drake ran with it, like Drake said in that interview. I don't have a problem with that. But this Vori shit on Mob Ties, this is different, like way different. Mob Ties was a record that was created by Vori. The cadence was created by Vori, the flow was created by Vori, the lyrics were created by Vori, the entire vibe, the whole concept, the ad-libs all came from Vori. Many people said that this was one of Drake's best songs on the album. Many people said he should have used it as the single. This is becoming a problem because we are now discovering that some of Drake's best songs weren't even written by him, and I have a feeling that we haven't heard the last of this.
I don't agree with that. Yo, Drake has 900 to 1,000 songs out. Yeah, some songs had a reference track or he worked with people on. Like, does that mean every, like, I feel like we've seen like maybe 1% of proof that some of Drake's songs, like, you know, his whole discography has been, you know, maybe had help being utilized. And we just want to say, that means he wrote nothing, which I think that's unfair. By the way, there was a whole not documentary, but there was a guy who was doing a whole little think piece on this. Y'all seen this?
Drake has been putting out chart-topping singles and consistently making hits with Swiss producer OZ. The question is, why does Drake keep coming back to OZ's production?
Long time looking for the bounce, yeah. OZ had to bounce, yeah.
After listening to OZ's biggest hits with Drake, I've noticed 3 main things that make up his signature sound. Unique sound selection, simplicity, and like Drake said, the bounce. Let's take a deeper look into the production techniques that OZ uses to make hits for Drake. If we listen to Popstar, we can hear a unique synth melody that OZ uses to set the
OZ did Popstar too?
Foundation of this beat.
On the other side.
Drake, the energy he
Long legs shown.
keeping the hi-hat simple like this.
2020, I came to fuck it up, yeah.
If you liked all the sounds that I used in that violin and the soul clavinet from the Mini Stash's analog lab bank.
So OZ was the one who did Grease supposedly, and it was this. This is like one of R&B songs. I don't give a fuck about this though. By the way, the original supposed reference is in a different fucking. It's in a different language. Wish I get a louder version.
So today is December.
Anyway. Huh. Interesting.
Hey, how you? Toronto's pretty tight-knit. The way I met Drake was through a friend. He used to produce with Drake, and they used to work together at a restaurant, actually. And
this is Wonder right here. Boy Wonder. He produced Push-Ups. He produced every hot Drake song he produced, basically.
D-Time would play the piano, and Drake would be the MC at the restaurant. That was like before he was doing like Degrassi and whatnot. Me and Drake were supposed to
publishing checks for this nigga
pull up on each other a bunch of times.
Publishing checks for Boy Wonder got look disgusting.
D-Time would play the piano, and Drake would be the MC at the restaurant. That was like before he was doing like Degrassi and whatnot. Me and Drake were supposed to pull up on each other a bunch of times. We used to talk through MSN Messenger. And then one day I was just at the studio and D came and he was with Drake. I was making the beat for this song called Do What You Do. He liked the beat and he just started writing like immediately. And then he's like, yo, I got something for this. And then he rapped it and went in the booth and recorded it. And I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like just the energy of that whole night was nuts. And ever since, I was just like, yo, me and this guy, we gotta lock in. We gotta like figure it out, man. This is the guy. I've worked on literally every Drake project ever. So it wasn't like a thing where he pulled me in to work on Scorpion. It's anything Drake's doing is, you know, like we're ready to ride out, you know? For Mob Ties, he just heard the beat and he was ready to go. You know, like.
So this is the making of Mob Ties, supposedly.
And it's anything Drake's doing is, you know, like we're ready to ride out, you know? For Mob Ties, he just heard the beat and he was ready to go. The song really and truly started with this guitar melody played by Alan Ritter, which is, you know, it's just an ominous fair sound with a few little effects on it. You know, so it was a smoked lap steel guitar. Sounds like a pretty special guitar, but yeah, it really started with this, and it was actually, this is at 56 tempo. It was actually like way slower. It was like more like 76. So it was like, and it was pitched down, so it was like, kind of started as like an R&B kind of vibe first. We were trying to get some melodies off and just like start a song. But then it just ended up turning into a hip hop beat. Right after we had the melodies down pat, I just thought it could use some like aggressive drums. And I found Sonny Digital's pack on Splice. And I liked the drum sounds in it. It was pretty crisp, and you know, shout out to Sonny, like there's some pretty dope sounds. So I ended up using this Sunny D hi-hat closed number 6. I just started off with it. And then I just kept on going off. So it just went perfect. Perfect together. And then after that was like the bass line. So
the bass line's crazy.
And it just works perfect. The bass line sounds really like evil, so
it do.
This part in the beat right here, where the kicks were like stuttered, it was actually a mistake. I had walked across the keyboard, which was plugged into the MIDI. And,
oh shit!
My elbow like ran across it by accident, and it made like it was like the perfect timing. It literally went like, and it sounded like my kick drum fell down the stairs or something. I ended up because Fruity Loops has this automation thing where it records like literally everything you do. So I went and I just copied and pasted it and put it literally right in here, and kind of like edited it so it sounded a little bit neater. So.
Oh shit!
So it just sounded cool because like it just comes out of nowhere, and like I don't know, I haven't heard anybody do anything on a beat like that before. So and basically like I just put all that together and added a little vocal sample on the breakdown, which comes in right here. And it sounds pretty haunting, you know? So I thought it worked perfectly with the beat. I ended up like pitching it up and down at the same time. Like, just like a little vocal, and it worked perfectly with the beat, and that's how it all came together. When I first found out I got nominated for SICKO.
Nah, that's fire. Yo, Wonder, man. You my favorite producer. I ain't gonna lie. I seen Joe talk about it. Joe Drake. Where is it at? Joe Budden. Let's see what Joe said. Where the fuck? I thought Joe did a podcast about this. Joe Budden. Let me see.
I be confused a lot when y'all talk up here. So
I've never said I told
my finale,
which was.
Oh no, I can't say that. In
You gotta
case these
wait.
OVO start acting up again.
So you got to save it. You got to save the finale in the stash.
Oh yeah, I'd ruin hip hop. I'd ruin hip hop.
How would you ruin? Why? Why? What do you mean?
I just know a lot. That's all.
Sonically, because now we have a piece of evidence that dates back to what album was that? Scorpion?
That's Scorpion. Yeah.
This is a long time. Like to the people that think it sounds different. I know you respect Scary Hours 3 in a different way, but I still think that I haven't heard timestamp Drake in quite a long time. It does beg the question.
That's cap, Joe. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think Drake, you know, I've never tried to say karma and shit like that, but Drake can't even say niggas is hating on him. Yo, Drake, you done trying to fuck all these niggas girls, bro. They couldn't wait for you to, like, they couldn't wait for your casket to start getting laid in the ground, my nigga. Like, niggas is spitting, throwing dirt, taking a dick out, pissing. Niggas couldn't wait. Yo, you diss Drake, you diss Joe about Tahiri acting like you fucked her, which you probably did. Nigga, you was wilding so much on Joe. Nigga, Joe couldn't wait till his day. Half of the niggas who was like celebrating Drake's alleged, it's not demise, but it's the narrative going that, oh my God, we were getting him up out of here. Nigga, they were waiting for years. Drake been running around sneak dissing about, it's kind of like the drama leaking the reference tracks was like, yo, you dissed that nigga's bitch. Or you fucked his girl and dissed him on a record. And he could never make a bigger record to counteract that. He couldn't wait to leak a reference track.
Why is that now?
So you think that alludes to the fact that he might...
And the reason why I'm saying this is cap. And by the way, I listen to this whole pod. Like, he's spitting some objective shit at points. We did get timestamp Drake. We got it on 7 a.m. in Bridle Path, right? That was on CLB. We got it on was it 8 a.m. in Charlotte. We got timestamp Drake. We did get timestamp Drake. Now I don't know if Joe was trying to make the argument that this new Drake and the timestamp records don't hit the same. Does it? Like, let's think about the timestamp records, right? Drake timestamp songs, right? If we're gonna let's see if we could put all of them. So 4 p.m. in Calabasas, classic. 9 a.m. in Dallas, come on, OG, classic. 8 a.m. in Charlotte, we fuck with that, right? Classic. Or is it? It's not a classic. Maybe it's too new for people to consider it a classic. 7 a.m. in Bridle Path, I ain't gonna lie, he bodied the shit out of that. That was 2021. 6 p.m. in New York, of course, that's 2015. And then 5 a.m. in Toronto, the OG, like, that's just the GOAT, 2013. But what do you mean we haven't gotten timestamp Drake in a while? I mean, if we go to For All the Dogs, Drake for All the Dogs, Drake for All the Dogs. Obviously, we have 8 a.m. in Charlotte there, right? We have 8 a.m. in Charlotte there. What else is like a super lyrical song before we get to the Scary Hours version? R&B, swag rap R&B. This is rapping, but Cole takes a show. Swag rap. What is this? R&B again? R&B. Oh yeah, it was just a bunch of R&B. Yeah, it's a lot of R&B. Yeah, a lot of shit is R&B. But then he comes with some rap here. Red Button, he's rapping. Stories About My Brother, not necessarily like rapping, but he's rapping. Shoe Fits, same thing. Evil Ways, I think he was rapping on that. And You Broke My Heart, which I think is kind of like half and half. Anyway.
Might have
lost
that.
The team?
If you're looking at it through that lens, it looks like, hey, somebody that was important in them sessions is not there anymore, and we're not getting that. Why would you fail to get in that bag going against Kendrick? It just don't make sense. And I ain't heard that in a while. And now he's teasing his next project, which is he took a picture with Gordo.
Yeah.
So that says that we kind of getting that same honestly, never mind feel, maybe, right? Also, to the people that believe what I'm saying, the Drake that we know to exist, us, not this new Drake. Also, that's weird too. I seen Van Lathan say it was interesting to see somebody's fan base move from predominantly women to like a lot of these red pill niggas.
That was also odd. Like, I think Joe lost me here. That's not true. Drake's audience didn't move from women to red pill dudes. Actually, I think that assessment is people just out of touch commenting on Drake gravitating towards younger streamers. Like what red pill ideologies he's spitting in his lyrics that wasn't there before. That's not true. And if you're saying gravitate to red pill niggas, I really think it's just because Drake fucks with the streaming audience. Like he fucks with streamers. And a lot of the streamers seem to, some of them, they might identify with red pill shit, but they're not really red pill. You get what I mean? So I don't know how we could say Drake ditched his audience and went from women to red pillars. Like that's kind of crazy. Y'all believe that?
Drake. Also, that's weird too. I seen Van Lathan say it was interesting to see somebody's fan base move from predominantly women to like a lot of these red pill niggas.
Hey, I see a lot of people saying act lazy, act this, act that. Yo, get on Discord. I'm finna get on Discord now. Listen, it's gonna be a 1v20. I get it. It's gonna be a 1v20. So line them up, no Diddy. And if you feel I am not acknowledging a fact or truth or I'm being hypocritical about Drake, this is your time. Don't just say it in the comment section. Get on the line with me. What's up?
Is that happening?
Yeah, that's noticeable.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
It's noticeable if you're noticing. I guess it's like when you see a punch buggy. And then you see a bunch of punch buggies. But anyway, moving on. The Drake that we know had the power to, like, we sat here and tried to guess what his next sound would be coming off of the beef. So we get Sexy Red. I don't think that gets it done.
Me neither. I didn't expect that.
Any idea? You think that song was already done?
No.
No.
No. If you listen to it, you hear the beat he used, you hear some of the things he referenced in the verse. No.
Now, I want to give him credit for using the BBL Drizzy beat.
That was clever.
Okay. All right. And then I think the other part of him talking about it was that red pill shit I don't agree with. I don't agree with the red pill shit at all. All right. Okay. Then there was a conversation about Drake's legacy. Let's hear this conversation about Drake's legacy. Yo, I'm telling you, it's like niggas wanna usher Drake into the retirement home so quick.
I want him to do whatever he wants. Do what he wants.
Because I be confused a lot when y'all talk up here. So
I've never said
you
I
ain't
told
say
y'all,
that.
Drake
Do what you want. I want
record,
records,
bro.
So we don't care. So now he doesn't. After losing to Kendrick, he doesn't need to take the break that you suggested.
I don't care what he
needs to
do.
get back into the studio.
Don't take none of my suggestions. I don't want to be accused of coaching one of y'all, not coaching one of y'all. I don't care what Drake does. For me, Drake's legacy is already kind of cemented. A lot more has to happen for him to look as bad as some of y'all want us to view him as. I don't think he looks the greatest right now, but I don't care. I don't care that I don't think he could rap like he once could rap. I don't care like that the slaps don't sound the same. I got views. I got fucking, what's that? If you're reading this, it's too late. Nothing was the same. I got Take Care. I got So Far Gone. When the hoes come over and it's time to play something, I'm not going to none of this 2017 and up Drake. That's me. I don't care what that nigga do.
Got it.
I got the music that I need from him. It is phenomenal, no matter who wrote it. It sounds timeless, no matter who wrote it, and it continues to work. All of this new shit, have a blast with the fucking red pill niggas.
Yeah.
Where's the red? Hey, chat, get up in the Discord. I'm about to get in here. Let me and I want to hear some new voices as well. So like, please, if you've never gotten a chance to debate with me, please join the core some way somehow, mods. Make sure we get some new voices in here too.
I really didn't peep that.
What was the? I was going to ask, what's the correlation between the red pill mentality niggas and Drake? Like, why are they suddenly like on his bandwagon?
I think part of it is he made his presence felt in that community, right? Like he does that when he was doing that with the sounds, like hopping around the fucking Jamaica and London and all that shit. He did it with communities. He did it to the battle rap community. That's why you see a lot of the battle rap community still saying that Drake won that beef. It's because they fuck with him. Like that's their man. We don't view it like y'all. He came over here. He blessed us with his presence. The same thing with what were we just talking about?
The red pills.
The red pill niggas. He started popping up in some of those YouTube streaming communities where that's the vibe. So they just feel differently toward him. And I think maybe he has done a few things to maybe turn off his female fan base, things that I never thought was that big of a deal. But I guess if you do it back to back to back to back, you don't see as many women using the Drake lyrics as Instagram quotes for as long as you saw them. That was a run in hip hop.
Huge.
That was a run, a phase in hip hop.
And it's social media.
Yeah, for sure. When Apple Drake, you wasn't gonna escape it. Now it just seemed like somebody somewhere is trying to force something that's not really there. That's my take. Please don't attack me.
Got it.
I don't care. I love everybody. I hope everybody's well. I hope Aubrey's well. Kendrick.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Drake is just trying to. This is like a new era, man, to really appeal to the youth and I think that's what Drake's thing's always been. And I think, I think he has been appealing to them, but I think he's been isolating other people. And what he's doing to appeal to those people that he's trying to appeal to now is made other people look at him and be like, this looks unfamiliar. So, Drake's going to be fine regardless. He'll be fine. All right. Anyway, I am in the court.